captain. But what about Vuiviawa Nanduvalu? 7 tries for the tournament. He's on debut and he has been red hot. Wherever you're watching, however you're watching, it's great to have your company. Here they come. The Aussie 7's in gold, Fiji in black and white. What a contest this should be. Australia, their 3rd Cup semi-final of the season. They won their previous 2. They're unbeaten here in Singapore. They have put some brilliant performances out there on the field so far. Several debutants in their lineup. They've all stepped up. Likewise for Fiji, a young developing team, and some old faces like Jerry Tuwai and Waisea Nathuku, Joshua Vakarunambili. Both of these teams yet to drop a match. Gareth Rees alongside. Something's got to give. What's it going to be?
Well, first of all, what a great sight to see Fiji back in, lifting the ball in their traditional manner. You're bang on. It's been some time since there's been that much anticipation around a Cup semi-final. Fortunately, we have Jeremy Rosier in the middle, the experienced Frenchman, to make sure this one goes off well. I'm really looking forward to these 2 semis. And as you said, the Aussies, that team, are in fine form. It's up to Fiji to stop them, for my money.
They met in the pool stages in Dubai before Christmas. Fiji won that 17-12. Dietrich Roach gets the Cup semi-final underway. Fiji safely secure possession. We missed them dearly in Spain. They couldn't travel to Malaga and Sevilla, but they're well and truly here in Singapore, and they have thrilled the local crowd here with some brilliant 7's rugby. But this is different. This is Cup semi-final stuff, and this guy, Nathuku, Olympic gold medalist in Tokyo, has been there, done it all. Gives it off to a double gold medal Olympian, Jerry Tuwai. Talathola, excellent quarterfinal from him. Loose pass to Rasaku. Under the attentions of Ben Ma. Fiji, you don't need me to tell you, so dangerous with their offloading game. There you go. Vakarunambili just loses the handle. Advantage Australia, lost forward. Here's Corey Toole. Hattrick in the quarter-final. Searing pace from Corey Toole. He sees the space in behind. He'll need to play a bit of soccer.
Backwards.
Still alive. Toole flicks it back, but into the hands of a Fijian. Helter-skelter early on in the Cup semi-final.
Off now.
Fiji survive. Here they come, opportunity. Talathola, look at him go. What a score for Talathola. He has hit this 7 series like a rocket. Joseva Talathola.
Oh, they love it in the baby blue. But look at Talathola here. He almost uses the defender to propel himself downfield, and he runs away. Great shot there, and look at the absolute joy on his face, realizing he's got the legs to get there. Bengaling's men with a great start here, not going to have to come from behind as they have done in several of their matches.
Yeah, 1914, they beat South Africa in the quarter-final. Extra 2, no problem. Fiji, as we said at the top, 19 of their last 20 against Australia, including the last 5 straight. Loose ball, gambling for the second ball was Tavita Dangonu, the captain, but it'll be a penalty to Australia. Just got himself offside and went from Fijian hand to Fijian hand.
He's got a little nudge on the kickoff there. I kind of like how this has started with Jeremy Rosier, our referee. He's letting them play. He's letting them have a few bumps. There was a breakdown earlier. You could have seen the whistle, but he's letting the players decide this, and that's great to see at his Cup semi-final stage.
2 silver medals for the Wallaby 7's on the series so far. They would dearly love to pick up their first gold. That's been flicked over the top, and having to react quickly was Matt Gonzalez. Penalty Australia, got a bit fortunate there perhaps, and they will go quickly through Ben Ma. Look at him go, the big man with the retro tape around the head, inside to Dietrich Roach from the Western Sydney 2 Blues. Here's Hutchison to Gonzalez. Right foot step from Matthew Gonzalez. There's Hutchison again. Back to Ma. All these rookies for Australia really standing up for them in Singapore. And here they go. It's in the corner for the captain, Nick Malouf. Well, the debutantes may be standing up, but they've got some old stages as well that know how to finish.
Well, it's been 43 tournaments since he made his debut. There's the big man, as you said, stepping through the middle, but keeping that ball alive. Quick offload up the middle. And Nick Malouf, ever present. So clinical here, even lifting his feet at the end to make sure he wasn't nudged over the sideline. He dives instinctively into the air, and he gets it down.
Good response for Australia. Important conversion from way out wide. Dietrich Roach doesn't make it that time, remains a 2-point ball game, 2:30 to go. First half. Talathola waits. Matt Gonzalez.
He did well, didn't he? Clean up that loose ball and keep the play alive. That was one of those breakdowns. 3 to get that try. Let's keep an eye on that stat.
Roach kicks high for his captain, Malouf, but Jerry Tuwai is well lifted by Damgunu. Here goes the great man Tuwai, offloads again to Talathola Vakarunambili. Big 6'4" Olympic champion, captained them in Dubai. The offload doesn't work on that occasion, though. Waisea yeah, frustrated with himself. Vakarunambili.
Well, we talk about the wingspan of these great athletes. They're big men, but so comfortable keeping the ball alive. Watch how he fends with one hand and just holds the ball away. It's like a bit of candy he's keeping away from a child. Just holding it up, keeping it away from the tackler. That's very hard to defend.
He's a Fijian Services Corrections Officer, is Joshua Vakarunambili.
Let's go.
Knows how to look after some unruly people. And they've got to defend here now, Fiji. Got a 2-point advantage. Roach. There's Ma from the Warringah Rats on the northern beaches of Sydney. He's flung to the floor. Turner. And Toole to Roach. To Gonzalez. Long pass. Well handled from Corey Toole. He's absolutely scintillating, this guy. You've got to watch him. Finds the offload somehow to Gonzalez. Brilliantly done. Australia keeping the ball alive. Off the floor. And Henry Hutchison has some open space down the sideline. Australia with the go-ahead score against Fiji. When he puts it down. There you go. Well, they're playing a very high level of 7's here in Singapore. That was a great example of it.
Well, and it's from 1 to 7, Rupert. Everyone's contributing, doing what they're good at. O'Toole picked up his first ever hat trick. Just dancing around. But again, doesn't get greedy. Keeps the play alive. Excellent stuff from the men in green and gold.
It's just the vision and the patience, isn't it? Not being rushed, not being hurried. He's got Fijians coming at him from every angle. But just finds the wherewithal to get the ball away.
Yeah, and they keep it going. Roche, who's been instrumental in everything. The top of a lot of people's lists for an HSBC Dream Team spot. And then he knew it was on. He was actually directing traffic, calling for that ball. Hutchison, clinical.
Really good response from the Aussie 7's. Conversion from right in front makes it. Half-time in the first Cup semi-final. Australia lead Fiji by 12 points to 7. Away. Dietrich Roach. Australia will receive this restart to get the second half underway. Waisea Nathu going to have to make a tackle, but he's bumped away. Oh, there's the offload. What a start. What a score. That is not.
Wow, look at this. Not a lot of room to work with. He doesn't even break stride. He says, you're having some of this, and if you can't handle it, Nick Malouf, sit down. And I'm going to set up my buddy inside. We talk about great teams getting it done at the end of the first half, beginning of the second half.
Important conversion. Nathuku could be the go-ahead score. It'll remain 12 each. What an intervention. Your coach gives you the nod. Ben Golling says, get out there. Back in December last year, dedicates his involvement in the team to him. And performing on the biggest stage. Speaking of performing, here's Corey Toole. Second half already. We're barely 2 minutes into it.
Big shift in momentum, Rupert, in the second half. Australia hanging on at the moment.
We're all level at 12 each. 5 minutes to go, and the big number 5. Tana Kaivata makes some yards.
Cross the line and put yourself into obstruction. So to me, there is no other opportunity.
Jeremy Rozier sends Dietrich Roach to the sideline for 2 minutes. Big moment in this Cup semi-final.
Roach claiming that all he did was turn, but he can't take his line away. Ooh, so I got the wrong guy, I think. Dietrich Roach, I don't believe, is infringed here. He actually pulls away. That's a bit of a flop there. We don't like to see that from Nanduvalo.
But clever from Nanduvalo, wasn't it, to see the space in behind anyway. The try-scoring hero for Fiji this weekend. He's clearly got some great vision to his game as well.
Scrum, but a one-man advantage.
Yeah, it's a power play for Fiji. 2 minutes. John Minetti. 3 cup finals he's been as head coach this season. 2 with the women in Dubai. Now he's coaching the men. And he took them to the gold medal match in Sevilla.
Binds.
Yeah, great story what they've done with those 2 programs, swapping coaches. Of course, the women will be up in Langford for their next stop.
He was a prop when he played rugby, John Minetti. Not a bad 7's coach, though.
Aussies have stolen the head.
And Australia with a tight head, playing 6 on 7. How important is that moment? But now Corey Toole loses the handle.
Vantage over for the knock-on.
Tana Kaivata. They're trying to hold him up and trying to strip the ball. Fiji just about get the ball away. It's loose. Henry Patterson's onto it. But now Jerry Tuwai has possession. And here come Fiji. Nathuku. Looked after by Hutchison. Working the short side, trying to take advantage of 7 on 6. And it's number 6, Ratu Rathiri, 2-1. They've got numbers if they can shift it.
Look out.
Tanu Kaivata, Corey Toole. What a tackle from Corey Toole, giving up an enormous size advantage. We'll go upstairs to Anthony Morris.
Yes or no, what's the
well, the bravery of Corey Toole, if nothing else. We're going to look at the feet to see if they go into touch and see if his arm gets to the line. I don't think he gets there to dot it down. He's on the body right there. Yeah, shoulders on the line.
Okay.
But Corey Toole, not only the bravery, he knew what was coming. We saw it on the last try. Stuck his head in there and did the job.
I'll put him in the HSBC Dream Team now. Corey Toole. I mean, that is extraordinary. They're going to give him a breather, and why not? He's got claret coming from the nose.
Free yellow.
The defence of Australia second on the series in tackles. Look at this. Look at the size difference between these 2.
Well, everyone in the building knew there was a big collision coming here. And O'Toole got the best of him.
You have time without undue delay the free, okay?
Wow.
No, it's no.
Big moment in a big game.
Time on.
Maurice Longbottom is off the bench.
One less.
He'll throw this defensive line out. His captain, Nick Malouf, will be his targets.
Let's go, please.
Sydney Boyd from the Randwick Club. Formerly South Sydney Rabbitohs in Rugby League, Maurice Longbottom, to a boy from Brisbane, Nick Malouf. They win it safely. Turner, Hutchison, still playing with 6 Australia. They've handled it so well so far, being a player down. They practiced this in training. Really good hands from Henry Patterson that time. Over the 22. Long bottom. Turner. Hutchison. He's got support to his left. Perhaps wisely decides to go back and field to Turner. Here's long bottom again. Hitting a big tackle. Somehow gets it away off the floor. Yellow card time is up. But Australia need a whistle to get back to the full 7. Tim Clements sets up a breakdown. Loose pass, Malouf. Does really well, the Aussie captain, but yeah, he had to release. He didn't. Nathuku. Fiji may well get their score. The ball is loose. They're over the line. They do get the try. And the smile tells the story. Hana Kaivata for Fiji.
Thanks to the heavens, you heard the scream of shooter, shooter, because that man was coming up in the middle. Matana did his job, won the penalty, and then quick decision-making. Gets Hana Kaivata, the 25-year-old, into space and over the line.
Well, he's been big in this second half for Fiji. They are in the lead and by the maximum as well.
Well, we said this a few times. Ben Golling's job as the new coach of this Fijian team, one of the toughest jobs in 7's rugby. It's made it a lot less tough where you can look down your bench and see the likes of Elia Hana Kaivata to come in and make an impact.
Let's not forget they lost their opening game to Ireland, Fiji. We were wondering at that point, have they had enough time together? Are they going to be able to bring their best stuff? But since then, they just improved in every game.
Will we get to see a rematch of that game against Ireland as New Zealand and Ireland upcoming next?
Let's go
There's
now.
Australia's place in the series standings.
Yeah, two-time silver medalists this series. 2 gold medal matches, but they're 7 points away at the moment. Henry Patterson's onto it for Australia. They need a converted try to level this one up and take it to golden point, but the decision goes against them. Henry Hutchison with his head in his hands. He can't quite believe that.
Supporting body weight.
Very quick whistle against the run of the play. And there's the penalties that have really shifted the momentum in the second half.
Let's go.
Fiji will just wind down the clock here. It's in their favour.
Well, he's penalised for not supporting his weight. This is the initial kickoff. Great awareness. Get their hands on this. Off and running. Goes Patterson. But watch as he's tackled here. The arriving player, Henry Hutchison. Needs to support his own weight. He comes in. He does go down to one knee, but there's nothing to hit there. The Fijian pulls away.
They've been hot on that all weekend, haven't they?
Yeah.
Leaving your feet at the breakdown. The directive to the players is you have to maintain your own body weight. Hutchison didn't. Penalty Fiji. Time's almost up. Too wide. Throws it to Talatholo. It's in their own hands, Fiji. They hoof it over the end line. And guess what? Fiji are back in a gold medal match. The 2-time Olympic champions have beaten Australia by 19 points to 12. A cracking game of rugby 7's, but it is Fiji who prevail.